All right, Hebrews, y'all see that word Randonite. Randonite. You know what I'm saying? Randonite was some Jewish merchants. You see what I'm saying? That did the Trans-Eurasian Trade Network. Okay, a lot of Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Hebrews be happy to death when we see a black Jew in Africa that claim our heritage. We be happy as I don't know what. Check this out. How about they ain't the Hebrews? Because the Hebrews went into Africa to worship the Queen of Heaven at 100% in the book of Jeremiah. That was our whole mentality. We had abandoned the covenant at 100%. We didn't want nothing to do with the covenant. So you shouldn't find no Hebrews in Africa doing the covenant, because the original Hebrews in the whole book of Jeremiah, say that we went into Africa to worship the Queen of Heaven. You can't change that history. So some of us be happy when we see black Jews in Africa, the Ethiopian Jews, the Limba, and the Igabus, and all them old folks. How about they come off a Yemen source? And the Yemen source is the Edomite source. Okay, let's go back in time when the Jews who we abandoned our heritage to was traders. Man, they traded all around the Mediterranean area. You know what I'm saying? They was from Babylon. Man, they had trade all over here and over here. You know what I'm saying? Before they even came into the promised land. You know what I'm saying? When we abandoned our heritage to them in 2 Kings 17:24, 2 Kings chapter 17, verse 24, 722 BC. When we abandoned our heritage to them people, the Sephardims, they was traders already. Okay, when we went into Africa in the book of Jeremiah in 588 BC to worship Egyptian religion, we abandoned our heritage to them people. They was traders already. Okay, how about them people went all around the Mediterranean doing trade? How about they made Jews out of just about every land that they went to because they did trade with them peoples. And they made some cool peoples in them lands by converting them to Judaism. You see what I'm saying? And them folks had Jews in China, Jews in India. Man, they got Jews in Indonesia. Man, they got Jews all up in Russia. You know what I'm saying? They got Jews all up in Europe, where they come from one source, the Randonites. You see what I'm saying? The Randonites traded everywhere, all over the world, and they made cliques wherever they went. They made cliques wherever they went. And that's how you got Jews of different ethnicities. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got Jews of different ethnicity that don't have nothing to do with the promised land. Them folks ain't never left their land. But the Sephardi Jews, the Randonites, went to them and they converted them. And that's how they did trade in them nations. And then them same Jews who they converted, they would elevate them to power at different times and stuff, especially the ones in India. See, a lot of Hebrews be saying, oh, that's our brothers in India. That's our brothers in India. That's our brothers in China. Oh, that's our brothers in Africa. But ain't none of them lost their heritage. Ain't none of them lost their heritage. See what I'm saying? One of the main curses for the Hebrews when you broke the covenant was to lose your heritage. That's Deuteronomy 29, verse 20. The Creator said that he will blot your heritage out. So how you going to escape getting your heritage blotted out? And we didn't go to all them lands. We wasn't transported to all those lands during the Assyrian captivity or the Babylonian captivity. So some of you Hebrews be all happy for nothing because you see a pigmented person that's claiming our heritage. You think that reaffirms your identity. You see what I'm saying? You think that reaffirms your identity because you see them claiming our heritage. So therefore, you got to be some kind of way connected to them. No, it's false. You is not connected to them. If they didn't get on the slave ships and was snatched from the Sahara, if they didn't get on the slave ships and was taken from the Sahara, they ain't Hebrews. I don't care who you is or what you say. You ain't no Hebrew if you didn't come from the transatlantic slave trade. Talk your tail off. Talk your tail off. History gonna verify it, and history gonna show you to be wrong. You is not no Hebrew if you ain't from the transatlantic slave trade. because the Randanites, the Sephardi Jews, went everywhere, all through Africa. When we broke the covenant and was hid in the Sahara, man, them folks was making Jews all around us, especially in South Africa, the Limbas. Man, them folks come off a Yemenite source. Those are Edomites. No Hebrews went to no Saudi Arabia and kicked it. Ain't no Hebrews went to no Ethiopia and kicked it. That Queen of Sheba stuff is a lie. Ain't no Hebrews went to no Ethiopia to abandon their heritage to go live somewhere else, because we had to be at the temple 3 times a year. 3 times a year. That's locked in Tanakh. Y'all can't change the Tanakh. You ain't finna change the Tanakh history. You gonna have to change your history. Your history gonna have to be changed, not the Tanakh history. And the Tanakh history is easy to understand. The Hebrews broke the covenant in the book of Jeremiah. That's that on that. You can't change that. You can't change that. You can't change us breaking the covenant because we was enslaved behind our actions that you seen in Africa. You see the end results now because the prophet Moses set the curses out. He set the curses out, and that's been our whole life. All them other people that's claiming our heritage, they ain't been under none of the curses just about. Everybody on the whole face of this earth can find a curse or two that they can fit, but you got to fit all of them. Them black Jews is not Hebrews because you didn't get on the slave ship. You didn't lose your heritage, and the Creator didn't leave nobody behind. He ain't need nobody behind. Ain't no Hebrews escape the Creator's wrath. It took over 200 some years, 275 years to remove every single one of us from Africa. And then while we was gone, then all them people started claiming our heritage. When we went into Africa in the book of Jeremiah, we abandoned our heritage to some people that was traders all around the world. And they gonna make everybody Hebrews. Guess why? Because they ain't Hebrews. They gonna make everybody Hebrews to make it difficult for us to come back into heritage. If they making everybody Hebrews all around China, India, Australia, America, South America, Europe, and then our heritage blotted out, it's gonna be hard for us to come back and say, we the Hebrews. Some of us gonna start claiming them others, thinking that's gonna validate our ethnicity, realness. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that's gonna validate our realness. But you're wrong. Ain't nobody no Hebrews but us. This the Israelite Brotherhood. I know the whole history. So anybody wanna challenge this? Come on, let's get on down. I'll show it to you. The Randanites. The Randanites. That's how all the Jews outside of Africa and those in Africa come about. Besides the Sephardis going to lands and living there. Shalom.